Let's talk about double standards in relationships. So in today's podcast, Sissy and I, we're going to talk about some of the things that we do or you may be doing in your relationship that can cause issues. So stay tuned.
Hey, Blissful friends, welcome back to another episode of the Blissology podcast. I am your host, Sissy, and I'm joined by my other host.
Everybody, this is Will, and welcome. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and hit on that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out these videos. This is a weekly podcast where we talk about
love, relationships, families. We talk about everything.
We don't talk about everything, but we talk about relationships.
He doesn't like when I said everything. So anyways, yes, we talk about mostly relationship. We are a relationship podcast.
Yes, that's all we talk about. So don't listen to anything else she says as far as everything. No, we only talk about relationship.
And some other stuff. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys are having a great day because I had a good day today, So now let's go into a blissful moment. For those of you who've been around for a long time with us, we got to go into my moment, my blissful moment. Like, my husband don't feel like this is like a segment that we need to have on the podcast. And I'm like, this is you. Me, I'm going to have my blissful moment because it's good to be blissful.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
But.
Oh, there's no but. I'm good with it.
You know how it is with men, so right? There's always a but.
What's your blissful moment?
Yes, my blissful moment is my little one, Isa. Okay, guys, listen. Here's the deal. My daughter is so smart, okay? I mean, I truly feel like the time... Well, yeah, from the both of us, okay? From the both of... Mind you, she is a little bit advanced in her class, and did you know that she got 100 on that test today? Well, yesterday.
She had been studying and practicing. We were having dinner and they were going over the words and spelling and stuff. So, of course, I expected her to get 100.
I mean, listen, when I picked her up yesterday, and she was like, Mommy, guess what? And here I am. Listen, I had a whole lot of stuff going on. I wasn't even thinking about. She was going to tell me that she got like 100 on her writing. And I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. Listen, I was in the car dancing, jumping. I said, go my baby. And then my daughter is my other one. She was like, Mommy, I had something happen to me too today. I did great in class. Like, okay, my girls are better than yours. I feel like it is such a great feeling when your kids are, doing well in school, and I really appreciate the fact that my husband is at work. I do most of the work with the kids.
That's not a double standard.
That is a double standard. I do most of the work. I never expected
her to do most of the work. In fact, when I get home, I do some of the work. Like when we're having dinner that I just mentioned earlier, that they were doing the spelling and the word reciting.
And I was like, baby, and I asked you, I said, why don't you test her and see if she's going to do well on the spelling? And you did.
Yeah, so I'm not expecting her to do all the work. I do some of the work as well. But yes, I'm proud that she's been good.
She's been doing well. And here's the thing, for those of you parents who have kids, it's good to take the time to really, really sit with your kids and listen, yes, they go to school, but we still have our own responsibilities to do at home. We'll still have to make sure that they're doing well in class. If they don't understand something, you go over it with them. So I feel so proud of my girls that they're doing so well in school, and I'm just overly blissful.
Me too.
Whatever. But yeah, that's my blissful moment. So what is yours, babe?
I'm grateful to have my wife taking care of the kids and making sure they do well in school. But I'm lucky to have, obviously I do my best to take part and doing my part in helping the kids. But I know she handles the brunt of the work.
You did do the project with her too.
So I'm blessed to have someone who can take care of that for me. I know not many households have have that, but those of us who do, we have to acknowledge the fact that when you can go to work and not have to worry about picking up the kids and are they doing homework, because typically when I get home, except for the older one, she tend to want to leave some stuff for me. She's like, some stuff daddy's got to do. And I'm glad she does, because that gives us the ability to spend some time together.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, just you sharing how proud you were. And yes, I knew she did well on the test, and I expected her to do well on the test. But I am bliss knowing that she's got it. And if she needs help, she'll let me know she does. And yes, when it comes to a lot of the crafty project stuff, that's kind of like my things.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how tired I am. I get home, and if that stuff's waiting, I have to jump in and get it done.
And it is not a double standard.
I'm expected to do the crafty stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, the little cuttings and gluing.
Yes.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. You know, she's got it. Yeah. Kind of expected her to do that. But
I mean, it is such a great feeling. And now they are on spring break. Like, I didn't know my kids were on spring break. Like, I thought they'd go on spring break like the week after. But my daughter was like, Mommy, no, we are on spring break like as of Monday. And I'm like,
you know, here's another reason that I'm blissful. I remember before we had made this household arrangements in terms of Cece taking her business home and me working. Spring break used to be something we had to plan months in advance. Summer break, all of these time that the kids are out of school.
Yeah.
We had to plan them because we had to find somewhere to live them. Now I don't have to anymore. I didn't even realize it was spring break until I got an email earlier that my boss is going to be out next week for spring break. I'm like, really? But that used to be a big thing for us, because we had to make arrangement for where we're going to leave the kids, or who's going to take some time off, or are we going to split the week?
Right.
You do half, I do half. Yeah, I must say I'm blessed not to have to worry about this. So thank you. See, there's reasons for me to be blissful. I'm not against that blissful moment thing.
You are. You're not a big fan of it. But anyways, yeah. So this is our blissful moment, right? Which turned out really great.
Which is, yes. Now, I know some of the things we talk about may lead into am I expecting her to, is there that double standard there where I kind of
expecting me to do homework?
So let's get into the topic of the day, which is, let's talk about double standards in relationships.
Yes.
Now, I know when people are together and sometimes things slip in without noticing, where some role kind of becomes, you're this, you're expected to do this. Like, I don't know. It seems like I'm the trash man here. When it comes to emptying trash.
Then it seems like I'm the laundry lady here. Okay, then what's your point? I'm the laundry lady. I'm the cook lady.
I cook.
When?
I must say, I cook.
Only on one day. Like on the weekend.
I still cook.
On the weekend, just on Sunday.
It's becoming the expected stuff that I make breakfast on the weekend. You know, she'll get up before I do.
Well, thank you, because I do it during the week.
I cook breakfast in the week for the kids. I'm the one who
cereal.
Puts it together.
Seriously,
See, it's
cereal, and then you throw the pancake in the toaster.
Yeah, there is a double standard. It's kind of like I'm expected to make the breakfast every day and this and that.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but yes, no.
But yes, I mean, gender role, yes, that's important, and there are certain things sometimes that sneaked in. Not that we kind of planned it kind of turned out to be, but this is where the double standard can happen, because sometimes a spouse or people who are living together, there are certain things because so and so is that. It's kind of like expected without no prior planning.
Without notice too.
Because I don't recall when her and we sat and she says, you know what? From this point on, you're the guy who does the trash, who clean the cars, who clean the garage.
But I feel like as a gender role, like you mentioned earlier, it is something that's expected of you.
But that's not right. You can do the trash as good as I can.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. When I pick up the kids and I see the trash, what do you call this?
The trash bin.
Outside.
She leaves it outside for me to drag it in.
Well, yeah, it's not my responsibility to drag it in. I'm just saying. Not that I feel like, but sometimes I do. Let me tell you, sometimes I do. Sometimes I would drag it in, but barely. Like, yeah.
I'd say in recent months, it hasn't happened.
No.
But what is double standard? Obviously, it's when, one spouse is expecting the other to meet their needs without meeting the other spouse needs. It's kind of like, I want what I want, do what I want, and I don't care about what you want.
I don't care about my feeling.
Now, imagine you think about the same thing. You want what you want.
Then there won't be a relationship.
Now, this can only lead to one thing.
And then there won't be like a relationship, pretty
It'd
much.
be crazy frustrations, I'm sure.
Yes.
After the first few weeks, if you're that type of person, you'll want to get unmarried.
Get a divorce.
No, we don't call it divorce. You just get unmarried. Divorce is too expensive and too long.
I really feel like we don't have that problem here. Maybe like slightly, because there's things that I do expect you to do. And what? Why are you looking at me like that? Like,
and honestly, it's not a problem.
I feel like you're telling me that, yes, baby, we do have that problem.
There's a lot of things she expects me to do, but it's not a problem.
But it's vice versa. It's the same thing too.
Yeah. And this is where double standard can exist. It's just that you have to have an understanding. But where the problem can really come is when it comes to meeting some of those emotional needs, some sexual needs. Because that's something that people usually don't talk much about. Mm-hmm. And when one expects one thing and it's not happening, the other one is frustrating on the inside, but it's usually a subject that doesn't come to surface.
Right. It's like, I want it, you don't want it. Or
like the lady wants to be all romantic before they get to the next step. The guy just want to get in there and get what he needs to do and be gone because that's all he's looking for. But when you find it's not, there's no conversation at that level, things are not happening the way that it needs to. She'll be frustrated if I want to get there and just get my stuff done and be gone. And I'll be frustrated if she wants me to just go, let's do this. Let's get ready. Let's get in the mood. Before you know it, I'm like, really? But when we understand each other, it makes a difference. Like if she wants it that way and we've communicated and we've set the expectations, this is kind of how I want it, guide the other partner. This way we can find some, because, and this is where the compromise comes in. Not that you're just giving up all your needs, but you're finding a way that we can both meet our needs. Mm-hmm. And yes, sometimes some of us want what we want. And
it's like sometimes it's like it's my way or the highway. And I know a lot of relationships sometimes, do get into issues and before you know it, divorce, So it's definitely something that communication. I always say this, communication is so important. Like communicate with your partner. Hey, I prefer it this way. Let's just find a way to meet each other's needs.
Yeah. And obviously this is the bedroom piece of it, but it can happen at different levels.
Oh yes, for sure.
Think of parents, right?
Yes.
One spouse parents can be more welcome. Maybe they receive more attention than the other. Right?
Yes.
When the in-laws comes in, the attitude changes.
Oof, yes. I mean, we don't have that problem.
Now, I must say we're lucky not to have that. I mean, our parents are good with each other. We're good with each other. Mm-hmm.
But I've seen it happen though.
Sometimes we spend more time at one than the other.
True.
But it's kind of happened. But there's no hard feeling, or there's no like feeling towards her parents, and she's not feeling somewhere towards my parents either.
Yeah, but I do know a relationship that has that problem, that issue. Where
listen, if you can't stand your in-laws, you're gonna have a problem.
It's gonna be a rocky, like a really like very shady relationship too. Because sometimes you gotta be honest with your people. Family member is so important. So yes, I can definitely see how this can really destroy a marriage. Like if you're not comfortable too, if you're not comfortable with your in-law.
And this is where, say for instance, if parents was an issue and I realized that, hey, you're not good with my parents, I think for me to help is to find out, okay, what it is that's causing that.
Right.
And see if we can find a way. Now, if my parents are like jackasses, then I probably need to let them know, hey, we have some problems here. Let's fix it. Otherwise, we're not going to have a relationship. But we don't have that problems, which is a good thing.
Right.
But this is where as couples, if we're together and we realize that, there's some conflict, there's some issues with maybe my wife getting along with my parents, or my wife feels a certain way around my parents, I need to find out why.
Right.
Because it could be my wife has issues. Then in that case, I got to fix her. Or it could be my parents have some issues. Maybe I need to address that. Right?
Definitely. Definitely. And the best way to do that is to communicate. Talk to your wife and...
Or tell your wife she's got issues. She needs to get over it.
Or sometimes the parents too.
Or the parents.
You know?
But either way, some conversation needs to be had.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, yeah, parents could, and that could sometimes be easier because if you understand and they understand and we can find a good way, we'll fix it. Now, spending is another thing that sometimes causes problems. And that double standard can exist.
Oh my God. I do know relationships that get out of control because one spouse spends a whole lot of money than the other spouse, and that create like, you know, a mess.
Yeah. And this is where the real problem comes. Say, for instance, I'm using that as an example. I like stuff. And I buy stuff.
My husband loves electronic stuff.
They please me.
Oh my God.
And I'm good with it when I buy it. Now, if my wife buys stuff that pleases her, if I have problems with that, that's a double standard because I'm doing things that pleases me and spend. And if she does it, I have problems with it.
Right.
There goes a double standard. Now,
which I need to get me some stuff because you've been buying a lot of electronic stuff.
This is for the podcast. I have reasons.
You do?
No, I actually have.
Let me tell y'all, my husband, when it comes to, mind you, he is a photographer. And when it comes to electronic stuff, it's like I have to tie his hands, babe. No more.
I have not bought any camera equipment in the last 2 years. Now, you know how bad that is? Camera technology changes every 10 months to 12 months. So I'm like 2 generations behind.
Let me tell you, he may not be buying camera gear, but you're buying other electronic stuff.
Well, there are things that are necessary. like there was, I needed to upgrade my, we keep a server at the house where we store all of our memories. I'm
like
talking
our life.
about our life. Yes, as photographers, we keep a lot of videos and a lot of photo files. Now, I kept that in a server. The thing was getting old. I mean, it was getting to the point where the drives were like borderline getting ready to go. And I just could not live with the fact that I was taking a chance with these things. So I had to get a new server and get new drives and make sure that now it took me almost 2 weeks transferring those files over. Just to make sure I didn't lose anything in the process. Now that's necessary because she will be just as pissed if one day I said, "Baby, I'm sorry. You know those pictures."
And listen, y'all
data's
know
gone.
me.
I can't find. And I don't know if some of you guys know how crucial it is when you use digital data. Sometimes you just can't recover the damn thing. So, I do necessary stuff, not like those frivolous stuff I just spend money on. And I know how she feels. And we talk about our spending just to make sure that we don't go nuts on it. But if one spouse is spending, you know, things that makes you feel good, but you have problems when the other one spends on things that makes them feel good, you need to sit down and plan your spending.
Yes. You got to talk. We need to talk. Like, it's like, babe, what the heck? You know, you buy more stuff than I do. Well, actually, it's more like you buy so much, but when I do, you have a problem with it.
Yes.
Then there's definitely going to be a problem.
Like, I have no problem with having more shoes than I do because I only need a few pairs, right?
I'm a ladies. We got to have a lot of shoes and a lot of purses, which I haven't been buying lately.
I'm good with it.
I haven't been buying purses lately, though.
Why do you need, you don't have enough space to store those stuff. That I will have a problem with.
And I don't go out as much.
Right?
I don't go out as much. So anything I feel like too, it has to make sense. And I'm one of those people that if it makes sense to get it, then I'll get it. But if it doesn't make sense, I won't buy it. But I only have one issue though. I just can't stop buying hair.
See, I'll go and buy some hair myself, but that would be bad. But listen, and this is like, for instance, I know those things she likes and she knows those things that I like. I don't get on her for getting the things that she like, as long as it's within reason, right? Because financially, we have to be responsible. We can't just go and blow what we have on every little thing that looks shiny.
Right.
That's a problem.
Right.
Yeah. So, but this is what we have an intent. Like the thing that I had to upgrade. Yes, we talked about it. We realized that it's the necessary thing to do, and it makes sense. And then we got it.
Right.
But yes, I had camera issue buying, but
yes,
I'm
you
good
do.
now.
But he's good.
I'm a changed man.
He better be good. Before I call his friends on him.
Talking about friends, that could be a problem. Now, I have people that I know and people that I talk to, but I don't have friends that I go and hang out.
Listen, we don't have friends, okay? We need friends, okay? No, we don't.
Well, I have people that I know, people that I can interact with, and if we get together, we'll have fun. But I don't have friends like every other weekends that I'm going out and go hang out.
That's what I was going to say. Yes, yes.
And I guess she wants to be like me. She doesn't have
Oh, my
that.
God. No, I don't want to be like you. I think your life is miserable. I don't want your life.
Yeah, but this
But we do have similar life, though.
Well, when you're married to someone, sometimes you have no choice but to be like them. If they're good. If they're bad, just don't pick up their bad habits. But where friends can be a problem, say for instance, imagine that I have my friends and I go out and stay out in the late night and drinks and do things and I'm good. When she wants to do the same thing with her friends,
then
I have
it's a problem.
with it.
It's a problem. Right.
That's not right.
Right.
Now, if you're going to do that, you can let them do that as well. Because if it's good for you, it should be good. Well, there are things that are good for guys that are not good for ladies.
True. But I want to say this. I do know someone that have this double standard issue where the husband will go on trips with friends and no problem. The wife is home with the kids, fine, whatever. The wife she does have a few friends, but when it's her time to go on a go on a cruise or whatever with her girlfriends, now it's
Who's
a
gonna
problem.
watch the kids?
Now the husband wants her. Here's the thing. He wants her to bring the kids with her, and he doesn't want to stay home and watch the kids. Okay? He feel like because you are going on a cruise 5 days or the weekend with your homegirls, and then now I'm staying home with the kids. But it wasn't a problem when you were going out with your friends. I was home with the kids, right? So this to me, it's like so messed up.
Hey, I'm for the husband on this. It's not easy watching kids. I mean, yes, they are kids, and I love our kids.
They're not small kids.
Oh, they're not.
No, they're like,
They can take care of themselves.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they in their teenage years.
But they can shower themselves. They can clothe themselves. Can they drive themselves to school?
No, they cannot. They're not in teenage years. They're not teenagers. They're not teenagers. But what I'm saying is they're like 5 and 4. But what I'm saying is, why is it, to me, I feel like, it could be a trust issues where...
Or he could be worried about her being safe. Listen,
that's not true.
As husband,
I doubt it.
We want to make sure our wives are okay.
Oh my God, that is so not true.
Sometimes we could be concerned that for safety, there's a lot of craziness out there and people may try to take advantage of your
really,
woman.
Babe? You're going to go there?
That's probably why you don't want her to
Really, you're going to go there? You're going to go there? You're going to throw that in there, thinking that it's a legit.
What I'm saying, there could be valid reasons
why
the husband
legit.
didn't want her to go out 5 days out. What if she goes out? In some of those cruises, there's usually these guys that are fit and buff and looking good. If the husband's not in the best shape, you don't want your woman being out there just getting the feel on those guys. And sometimes it may not be intentionally, but when the guys are there,
but here's the
thing.
No, but here's the thing. I feel like this is insecure. Like you're not insecure. You're not.
No.
You're not mature enough to trust your wife to go on a cruise.
He's protecting his woman.
No. And if she goes with her homegirl, so which means they know how to behave a certain way, right? They know how to behave.
Some homegirls you cannot trust.
No, the homegirls are married too.
Oh, damn.
They know how to behave a certain way, and it's okay to just do that without dragging either the wife or the husband. And if you gotta do something with the kids, just take you and your husband.
Yeah, but I don't think it's insecurity because he just because if he's okay with her going with the kids, then he's not.
Wait, she doesn't want to bring the kids. Then how fun is it for her? You go on a cruise and then you bring the kids along. Let's bring the kids with you with the husband and the family.
Did she offer to get maybe a babysitter or something?
She doesn't have to. Did he ask?
Maybe he's not good
when
with
he
kids.
when he went with his homeboy, was there do you want to get a babysitter for the kids? No.
But she was there. He wouldn't need a babysitter.
Okay, well, he's there now, so why can't he watch the kids? And those are his kids.
He's got kids issues. I don't know. But hey, listen, if you're doing something and your wife's good with it, you got to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
when she wants to do something similar, that you don't have problems with. Now, if it's something you can have, maybe sit and find a way
Right.
to deal with that.
Yes. I feel like sometimes Ben needs to understand that we have a life too. We don't have to do chores all the time. We don't have to, be constantly in the kitchen, while you guys are just out there doing your thing. Just because we moms doesn't mean we gotta be stuck as a mom all the time. We were once a young girl, like with no kids, so we have life.
What are you talking about? What, you're going to give up your mommyhood?
No.
What, you no longer want to be a mom?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's going to be, like my girls, right? They so attached to me, like it's not even funny. Like wherever I go, especially the little one. And I think this is how I was with my mom. And I'm still kind of like that with her too. I'll call and ask her what's going on, where you at. So my daughter is so attached to me. And sometimes I'm like,
call your dad.
Right. Call your dad. I'm just having a 10-15 minutes alone. Or I'll go in the shower, like just trying to relax. Mommy, are you in there? Clearly, I'm in there. You feel like when you're a mom, there's a lot of things that for you to like move away or detach a little bit. It's like, this is why when I was doing the self-care Sunday, which I need to start doing that again, I felt like I had that moment to myself.
She had moments.
I felt like, hey, listen, this is a good time. But daddy has his daddy moment all the time. So, I mean, not daddy moment, but, his young self moment all the time when you're at work.
Yeah, you could say that. but household chores, yes, there's that. And I know we talked about earlier the trash and the cooking and the cleaning.
And the laundry.
Yeah. And this is where, listen, for that not to become an issue, there's certain things. Yes, Sissy and I, we never sat and decided
who's doing
who
what.
does this, but we don't have any problems doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have any problem. I make jokes about the trash, but I wouldn't let her touch the trash because she doesn't know the best way of doing it.
Oh my God, seriously? There's a certain way to do it?
The boxes needs to be cut up and folded a certain way to fit in the recycle bin.
I don't do that.
She has a tendency of dropping things that are not recycled in the bins that are for recycle.
Listen, the only way I remember is that B for bottle and B for blue. So I know that BB goes together. So the bottle and the blue goes together. So then for the carton, the boxes, whatever else, goes in the yellow.
And from time to time, I get like regular trash in the recycle bins. So
if the trash can is not there, then I'm going to drop it in there.
Or she goes and change the bag out, and when she puts the bag in, it falls in the can. No, someone like this, you need to tell them, stay away from that. Like
it's not my fault. It's
washing
not my
the
field.
cars, I would not let her touch the car. She'll scratch the things.
Oh my God. Seriously? We're really going to go there, baby? That is so not true. I am not that bad.
Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Some of us do better at certain things, and we're good with it. Yes,
okay.
I may try to cook.
Do you
come
sure
out
try?
fairly decent.
You sure try.
Actually, I've been good. YouTube has been very helpful. But she does better with certain things, and I do better with certain things. Like the laundry, it's equal thing. I can handle it.
But you don't do it.
But typically, when I'm home,
when was the last time
done.
you fold laundry?
When I'm home, it's done already.
Okay, then.
There's that morning she had laundry, so I got up early, and I literally just get everything folded and put away, and it goes like 10 o'clock. She's coming at, oh, darling, you did. I'm like, yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
So
that was just that one time in a lifetime.
Listen, when I get home, laundry's done. Everything's folded and put away. What do you want me to do? Take them out and then redo them? I can't do that. I have stuff to do. But we have no problems with the chores. And there's no like assigned chores, although I won't let her touch the trash. And I will probably like complain when she puts the wrong thing in the wrong place. But it's okay.
Well, I feel like, when it comes to this, certain jobs around the house are for you and certain jobs are for me, right? Yeah. Like I qualify for the laundry.
There's no official talk
and
about
I qualify to make dinner, to make lunch. You throw pancakes in the toaster in the morning for the kids and you give them cereal, which is like,
I was given a lecture on how to warm up sausages.
Well, yeah, because you be doing it wrong. You be doing it wrong, baby. Listen.
Or someday I will get ready to make my omelet and she'll come and say, okay, you got to put more of this seasoning in it. I'm like,
yes,
you want to do it?
like the mixed veggies last time. You make the mixed veggies. It was so wrong. And I'm like,
Hey, listen,
why is the mixed veggie overcooked?
She has a certain way of making the thing, and I was trying, but I think I overboiled it. And at one point, I put too much cayenne pepper. I had to wash it off because it was so spicy.
You were like, so like, F-E.
Here's the thing.
At least try.
I'm willing to try stuff, and I'll take the criticism. If it's not the best, sometimes I'll even criticize myself when I test. I'm like, oh shit.
The fact that you wash it off, it's just like, the fact that you wash it up and you throw it back on the pan, it's like, wow.
I had to, because you wouldn't have been able to touch it. Because when I tasted it, I know that this was this much cayenne pepper in it. That thing was hot.
But I do give him like G for effort. I do give you some kind of like, you know what, babe? If you...
So you didn't quite give me an F, you gave me some D.
Like a D minus. You like borderline F right there. But you know, you do well with the rice because we have a rice cooker. You just throw it in the rice cooker and then you're done.
You just throw it in there with a little bit of whatever spice it is, and you just close it. 20 minutes later, it's good to go.
Right. You do right. You have your specialties. I feel like you do have your mornings, you know, your omelets.
You know, before I know how to make omelets, and thanks to YouTube, now my Sundays, it's kind of like expected. And if I don't do it,
well, yes,
it's a problem.
Well, yes, which I'm hoping you'll make some this weekend.
You heard? She's hoping. That's her saying. Because you haven't
made one in a long time.
That's her saying that.
Last time, listen, my husband is so spoiled, but last time he made an omelet wasn't my birthday.
That was a few months. Hey, listen, this is how you get away with it.
That was December 25th. Okay, I'm just saying.
You make something quickly before she gets up, and you said it's ready. Now she can't tell you didn't make anything because it's already made.
True. But I'll be like, you know, next Sunday, make sure it's this.
See, now I can't get away with it. She's already said that I have to make omelet this Sunday.
It's simple.
Why did I even mention this in the podcast?
It's good to pre-order, okay? I made my order. I pre-ordered this, so make sure it's delivered on Sunday. So
yeah,
and that's that.
Anyway, so that's the chores. Obviously, we never officially spoke about who does what, but I think as we've tried different things, we realize that some of us are better at certain things, so that kind of settled it.
Like the cooking. I mean, it's clearly, like, to me, I feel like this is
I would not want her to make my steak because she will kill it.
I will burn the steak because I like steak well done. Like most of the time when you make the steak and I'm like, babe, this is not cooked like all the way for me. But he knows now. If I would make my husband steak, listen, I would not eat it.
It'd be like, I would eat it. If it's not something that's gonna kill me, I'll eat it. But I will never let it. Well, I've already decided she's not coming close to steak. I've seen how people from our place do steak.
Yeah.
Well, how do they cook beef? It's very different than.
But I made you some beef stew this week.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Listen, y'all, I made some beef stew with some white rice and some broccoli. Ooh, the girls loved it.
Yeah, but it's not like steak. I like that you made, and I ate it.
Of course, it's not like steak.
Actually, I had it for lunch for like 4 days straight. It was good.
Yes, and some sweet potatoes next to it. Oh, it's like the thing.
And some better cooked mixed veggies, not like the one that I made.
You better not be making any more mixed veggies because I told you next time I'm making it, I want you to be like right there because you put so much water and so much spices. We don't do that. Okay, we don't do that. So therefore, we just gotta find you something better. Just stick to your omelets and your oven top eggs and whatever else that you good at. Let's not do dinner. Let's not do
I do dinner, but I do the steak and sometimes the fish. And I actually haven't done the fish in a while.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, but hey, listen. What's important is that we discuss these things with each other, and if we're good with it, we're not giving the other person a hard time because they're not doing what we expected. We're good. Now, there's one thing that's important. You know, like for instance, take me. Something hurt me. Within 2 seconds, I'm good to go. I'm ready to move to the next thing. Something hurt her. It takes she'll tell you how long. How long does it take you to get over stuff?
Almost a week.
No. I think you're over exaggerating. Actually, it probably have been.
3 days, almost a week, 3 days.
Yeah. Just recently something happened. She was moping around. I was checking it. I'm like, something's wrong with you.
Listen, this man got me upset last week, but we ain't gonna talk about it, okay?
No comments. But
I'm just
some
saying.
people
I'm gonna call your mama and tell you.
issues. Now, here's the thing. And this is where obviously I know how I am and I know how she gets. Like me, it would have been a no big deal thing. And I move on. But I understand that so I don't expect her to get past things as quickly as I do. And this is where we have to be very, very, very aware of the expectation we're putting on people, especially when it comes to things that sometimes emotional, sometimes hurtful, sometimes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people has issues sometimes. They blow things bigger than they actually needs to be.
Are you talking to me?
Let's make sure my thumb is pointing the right way.
Are you talking to me?
I'm not talking to you.
Okay,
I'm
good.
talking to the people who are listening. I'm just making a statement. Some people sometimes blow things bigger than they need to be. But I understand that. Because I could have easily said, really? Something's wrong with you. You should get over this. It's no big deal. But no, I understand. Hey, listen, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You marinate in it and then be good. Me, I would have been like better. But this is where we can't expect people to get over things that hurt them as quickly as we do. Like, I'm quick. I don't have time to wait.
I'm not. You'll see me get so moody. You'll see me. One thing, yes, I don't get over it that quick like you do. I mean, I'll be like very moody for a good 3 days, and you'll know there's something wrong with me, but I won't talk about it.
Now, where the double standard would be, say for instance, imagine we were the same type of people, where if something hurts me, I take 3 days to get over it, but when something hurts her, I want her to get over it very quickly. That's a problem, because if it takes me 3 days, it should be fine for her if she wants to take 3. But sometimes we expect our feelings, we expect us to be given more time to deal with our feelings than we're willing to give to someone else to deal with theirs.
Right.
And that's where the problem could be. So yeah, if you're the type of person like me, this is how she is, I'm how I am.
But I've changed.
She can't expect me to take 3 days to get over stuff.
You should take me 2 weeks or a month. Listen, now it's 3 days, so see?
Good thing I have other things to keep me occupied. So while she's moping, I'm doing things. Well, I make sure that she eats, and I make sure there's stuff in the house.
I still cook for him. Even I'm mad, upset about something that he did. I'm still like, okay, I still got to take care of the family.
I think the 3 days that she was not normal, she did some good cooking. I think whatever I did, I should do that again.
Well, you know the consequences, so go ahead and do that. You'll see what's gonna happen.
She's a little moody,
this
but she
time
cooks.
I would not cook for your ass. I'm just saying. This time I would not cook. I'll make sure that you stay home and watch the kids while I go to my parents' house, because this is what you will be doing.
I have no problem watching the kids, and I'm just gonna watch them.
You know, some people feel like I don't want to babysit my kids. Like, they're your kids. Like,
well, if they're your kids, you don't babysit them. You watch them. But you know, hey, listen, they're not babies. Our kids are not babies. So I just need to be in the house where they are.
Yeah, but sometimes my daddy be home, but he's just on the computer.
Yes, and I just said that. I just need to be in the house where they are.
Which is not cool. They want you to play with them. So again,
No, they have each other to play with.
Double standard. Like, you not being with them, you just home.
Listen, if you want me to watch the kids, I'll be more than willing to watch the kids. They're my kids. I can't say that I don't want to watch them.
See, for me, I'm gonna stay at home. You know, I own a business that I do well at home, and I don't consider I'm watching them, because I do a lot of things. For you, you just like in your computer, and then they just home doing nothing.
Well, here's the thing: we all have different ways of watching our kids, right? Yes, if there's a project we're working to work it there, and if there's something I have to do, I will do it while the kids are there.
And then they'll be like, "Mommy, Daddy won't play with me."
Obviously, our kids are not babies, so I don't have to carry them. I don't have to feed them.
They want to play hide and seek like they did last time, which was a long time ago.
Okay. Now, I don't live in a mansion.
Okay.
So there's not a lot of place for me to hide.
Yes,
I'm a big guy.
There's the closet.
So I cannot play hide and seek.
He said no.
I cannot play hide and seek with
There's
the kids
under
in
your
the house.
desk. There's under my desk.
I cannot fit in any one of those places. So
You too tall.
So that hide and seek
Or maybe
game,
next time they hide, you look for them. How's that?
I know the little one once went and complained to her that she wanted to do something in my hair, and I said, "No, you're not doing that in my hair."
But you did end up letting her do it though afterwards.
Well, that was in another time. Then I realized that she feels this way. So if she says she wants to do something in my hair, now I say, yeah, just come on and do it. But she told on me that I didn't want to let her do something. And now, hey, listen,
She sure did.
if I'm watching the kids and they want to do something, I'll do it with them. But if there's something I need to do, I'm going to tell them. Hey, listen,
Yes,
Daddy's got some stuff to do, and if it's going to take me a few hours, I'm going to do it. And I'm listening to them, make sure that they're not hurting themselves and they're playing nice with each other, because sometimes they do not play nice with each other.
And that's okay. They kids. As long as they don't hurt each other, that's all that matters, right?
So I watch the kids, right? I'm not expecting her to always watch the kids. If
Yes,
she wants
you
to go,
do.
if she wants to go do something, I'll be more than willing to watch the kids. And
Well,
listen,
this weekend you're watching. I'm gonna go out,
I will watch the kids.
and then you be calling me, babe.
No, see,
Where are you?
no, I won't
What's taking
do
you
that.
so long?
The little one will call mommy because she's
will.
like she calls me. I'm out doing things, and she's like, "Daddy, where are you?" Like, what? You got something for me? No, I just want to know where you are. But hey, but you know, the double standard is make sure that if you expect your wife to watch the kids, that you're willing to do the same thing. And me, I'm willing to watch the kids differently than she does.
Watch and play.
No, live the play out.
You
I'll
really
play with
wanna
it for a
play.
few minutes, but anyway, it's double standard exists in relationship. What's
Of
important
course.
is that be mindful of the other person, be mindful of their feelings, be mindful of their needs. We all have certain things we want from a relationship.
We sure do.
And yes, sometimes we deserve to get the things we want, or
Ooh.
sometimes we have to work to get the things we want.
This just hit me. Double standard, guys. When your man can look, and then when you get looked at,
I have no problem.
Like-
Listen, if someone
what's the deal?
If someone who looks good come across my eyesight, I will see you.
You're not supposed to see. You're not supposed to look.
And if someone happens to see my wife who looks good, I have no problem with it.
Well, there's some men out there who has that problem where they can look, but she can't, or they can't look at her.
There's some woman out there that has problem if someone who looks good happen to get in their husband eyesight.
No one look. Nah, listen, I am not in competition with anyone because I know I look good. Okay, so if you go look, you go ahead and look. But if I get looked at,
Let me
don't
say
think
this
it's a
in
problem.
defense of all men out there who may be dealing with women who thinks that they're looking at other women that may looks good. If I'm out there, my eyes are open. If people comes to my eyesight, I will see you. I can't help it because I cannot walk around blocking my eyes. I will see you. Now, I'm not going to run after
just
you.
look
I'm not going to go and pay you compliments. I'm not going to do the things that shows that I'm interested, but I will see you. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if your woman's got problem with this,
Well,
you
you're
need to let her know
married. You're
that.
not supposed to be looking.
There's a
Again.
difference between seeing and looking. Sometimes women don't get that. If I'm walking and someone looks good happens to get in my eyesight,
Okay, what
I
if
will
they don't
see
look
you.
good?
Here's the thing I'm not going to do.
They don't look good,
I don't
but
care.
they have a body. You just said they
The
look
body,
good.
the body is part of them. If the body looks good, they'll look good.
No, not all the time. Somebody could be looking butt ugly, but then they have a nice body.
I'm just going to say this again.
I'm just saying.
If your woman's got issues with you seeing other people that made now, if you go and show interest in this person, that's a problem. But if you see this person, that's no problem. We live in a world where we can see things. Just like if I'm going around, I see a Ferrari red, I'm like, man, that's a nice car. And then I just carry on.
Mm-hmm. I'll be on
I don't go
Instagram,
and go check
Facebook,
it out.
scrolling, click on the
No.
picture. Oh, this girl look good.
So I don't have any problem if someone sees my woman or if my woman sees a guy that has a 10 packs or a 6 pack, whatever amount of packs they have. I don't have any, but I have no problems with it. I don't mind if she sees someone. Now, if she goes and touches the packs, I have issues with it.
I'll touch your packs.
But and I'm glad she brought this up because sometimes in relationship there are some people who are so controlling
Yes.
that they'll give others hard times because of things that they just can't avoid. You can't expect to be walking around and someone nice come across and I just go like this and look elsewhere. No, I'm not going to do that for you. I'm just going to keep walking and see what's in front of me.
Well, my problem is when I see them do it is when they have it's the look. Why are you staring? Why are you looking? Okay. Why are you staring? I have a problem with that. I mean, I'm not talking about my husband, but I just have a problem with when men have,
Stares.
right. They do.
Sometimes the eyes have a mind of their own.
To me, that's like a major double standard. It's like, okay, so you can look in when they look at your significant other, it's a problem. Oh, I saw so-and-so looking at you a certain way.
Oh, I take pride when someone look at my woman. That tells me my woman looks good. And this one, I hold myself up and says, yes.
It's mine.
She's mine.
Yes. She's mine.
So much for
double standard.
Double standard. So as I was saying, you know, just know what you expect and what your spouse expects, and don't expect them to do things that you wouldn't do yourself. And if it's something that becomes an issue in the relationship, sit around and talk about it. Because I tell you, all of those problems that can arise from relationship, talking to each other can help resolve it. And financial, emotional, sexual, whatever it may be, parents, kids, and friends, whatever it may be that may be creating some kind of double standards in your relationship. Talk about it and find resolutions. So on that note, thank you very much for listening to our podcast on double standards in relationship.
Yes, thank you.
Please share this podcast with anyone that you think may like it or maybe benefit from it.
Just share it.
Just share it.
Even if they don't benefit from it. This is very good podcast. Okay. I said what I said. Yeah. What?
Please remember to like the video and drop us some comments. We appreciate it. Don't forget to check us on the audio channels, Spotify, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and obviously you're looking at us on YouTube. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Yes.
And until then, be mindful of your significant other's expectations.
Bye.
See you. Peace.